Hey guys, this is Double Wide 6, and I already made a little video on this pressure washer. I was trying to figure out where the oil leak was coming from it, and I cleaned it up a little bit and took away the plastic shroud. And when I went to hook up the gun that came with it, absolutely no water came out. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to troubleshoot why this wand isn't working, and hopefully we can figure out what's going on. So at this point I just have the hose hooked up and I'm testing out the hose that came with the pressure washer, and as you can see there's water running out the end. So I know that the problem in the pressure washer is not the hose. So that leaves us with the gun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the lance from the end, which is this silver part, and we're going to see if I can spray water out the plastic part of the gun itself without the lance attached. So as you can see, I've attached the hose to the gun and I removed the lance from the end, and when I squeeze the trigger we have water coming out. So that means that the valve in the gun handle is working, and we must have some sort of clog in the lance. So that's what we're going to take a look at. And by the way, I don't have the pressure washer pump running. That's why the water's not coming out under high pressure. It's just coming off the spigot. So I'm looking at the lance, and if I look down into it, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but I can clearly see that there's some rust inside there. Not enough rust to block anything, because this pipe's about a ½ inch wide, but there's definitely some rust in there. And on the tip of these things, inside here, there's a little jet that you take out using an Allen wrench. And I don't think you can see it, at least I can't see it on camera, but this little jet in here is kind of rusted in place from the looks of things. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put a little bit of like penetrating oil in there and let it set, and then we'll try and remove that and see if we can get it. So I have this wand clamped up here in the vise, and I filled this thing up with penetrating oil, about, you know, at least 3/4 of an inch, and I've let it set for about 10 minutes, and I figured out what wrench fits. It's a metric 2 in my case, and generally these things usually are metric from what I can remember. And what I'm going to try and do is loosen this thing up, but I don't know, it was pretty rusted, and none of that penetrating oil that I put in there seeped through. So the tip is definitely closed, and that's why we're not getting any water. So I'm gonna try and get this thing to budge. I just don't want to strip out that Allen nut, because if I do that I'm pretty much out of luck. So I'm trying to turn it both ways just to see if it can budge at all, and at this point it's just not moving. There's a lot of pressure on there. I'm really cranking it, but nothing. Just don't want to strip it. I'm going to let it sit a little longer. I still can't get it to move at all, so I'm just trying to tap on it, maybe free up some of that rust that's on that. It's like a set screw, an Allen head set screw that has a hole through it. It's basically what this thing is, just a small jet. So we'll tap a little bit, and you can just see how, I mean, I don't want to strip it, but I've had it in there like 10 minutes. The only other thing I can try is put the penetrating oil in the other end and let that sit for a while. See if it does anything. I'd like to heat it up, but I can't. Well, I let it sit some more and I've been working at it, and as you can see, it's turning, but unfortunately it's stripped. So I still haven't loosened it up. So I think what I'm going to do is loosen up this and pull off this end and see if I can just open up that jetway. So I put a pipe wrench on here and a wrench on here and tried to take off this thing, and this thing's rusted on. So my next move, instead of trying to take that thing off, is to take a pick and try and force open the jetway. And the problem is getting down there and finding a tool that can get in there, and I was able to poke in a little bit with this pick. So maybe I can get it opened up enough and work some penetrating oil through it, and it'll work. Well, working it with that pick looks like it opened up, because now I can put a little bit of lubricating oil in there, and if we look down at the bottom, it's coming through. So I'm going to hook this thing up to the gun, and we'll see if what our spray pattern looks like. If the pattern's no good, I'm going to have to get this thing off of here. I might have to use some heat, and we can order a new adjustable tip. So as you can see, we got it going. Took a little bit of effort, but I think it's worth it. It's going to be a pretty good gun. I'm actually going to give it to my brother. He has a house in the Poconos in Pennsylvania, and I know he can use it up there. So I'm going to give it to him. And if you look next to it, you can see this gun. This one I just got off Amazon, and it has the quick change tips, so you can slip the tip out, and it comes with like 5 or 6 tips. I really like that, where this one's kind of adjustable. And I'm going to put a link on the bottom of this video so that you can go to Amazon. You can buy either the replacement adjustable tip, or if you want to get a whole new gun, you can get them with free shipping from Amazon. So I'll put that link on this video. And as I said, I'm double wide 6, and I appreciate you watching my videos. You can check out my channel. I have a whole bunch of small engine repair videos. I'm going to put together another video on how to fix a broken pressure washer wand that froze in the winter. At least we're going to try and fix it, so that'll be coming up in the future.